And I have to tell you this quick story. Look, it's Bobby Knight, he's the greatest, okay? But I have to tell you. So before I ran, but my name was being thrown out, I get a call. I told him a little bit, maybe you heard this, but it's a great story. I get a call, and my secretary comes in. Sir, do you know somebody named Bobby Knight? I said, well, I don't know him, but I know of him. He's a great, great coach. If it's the same guy, but it's probably not. So find out. They say, yes, sir, it's the coach. I said, let me check it. So, you get a lot of crank calls, so I figure maybe it's 90% of crank call. I pick up, hello, Trump? It's Bobby Knight. I said, that's him. Nobody could imitate that. Nobody. It's Bobby Knight, and you got to run for president. I said, well, I'm thinking about it. It was a year before. I'm thinking about it, but he said, you got to run. You'll do better. You're the only one going to turn this ship around. You got to run for president. I said, you know what, Bobby? If you could, I am thinking about it, Bobby, seriously, and if you could, how about giving me your number, and I'll call you if I decide to do it. Especially when I come to campaign in a place called Indiana. Right? Gives me the number, I write it down, and I write it down, I put it, and on my desk, I'm a hard worker, I have a lot of stuff, I'm doing deals all over the places before this whole political thing got started. And I have 2 or 3 piles of stacks of paper. They're like 2 or 3 feet high each. I write his number, I put it in the pile. A year goes by, and now I'm running, and I'm doing well. I never left center stage. Do you know what that means? That means in the debates. We never lost a debate. We never lost center stage. Some of the guys are being pushed left, they were being pushed left. We never lost center stage. I want an odd number because I'm in center, and I don't want to have an even number because then 2 people are in center, right? But I never left center stage, and I'm doing well, and I'm going, and we had some competition, but it was fine, and everything's good. And now, I'm getting ready to come to a place called Indiana, and a friend of mine who's also a great friend of Mike Pence calls me and said, you're doing really well in Indiana, you're going to blow everyone away, but do you ever know a guy named Bobby Knight? And I said, yeah, I don't know him, but he called me about a year ago, and he really wanted me to run. He said, well, if you could ever get Bobby Knight's endorsement, you would absolutely seal the great state of Indiana. So I'm at my desk, and I have these stacks, and honestly, there are thousands of pages. I can't even tell you. I have this massive desk because it keeps a lot of stuff, and they're just thousands of pages. And I hung up, I said, let me see if I can find his number. Remember, I wrote it down, I put it over here. Let me just see if I can find his number. And I go over here, and I take stack number 1, which is literally 2 or 3 feet up in the air. Pages, thousands. And I go, let me see. And I lift it in the middle. And there's this little index card. And it says Bobby Knight. And then I look up and I say, thank you, God, thank you. I just lifted it up, and there it was. It was the craziest thing. Anyway, I call up Bobby Knight. Ding, ding, ding. He picks up. I go, Bobby? He says, I've been waiting for you to call. And that was the beginning of a great romance. It really was. He is a tough cookie. And you know what? I just took out something. I said, let me, we all know he's a great coach, but we don't even know how great a coach. Bobby Knight, as you know, he coached at a place called Indiana. I won't ask you how it's doing since he left. I won't. But it's going to do well. And I hear you have a very good coach. I do. I hear you have a very good coach now. Is that true? I hear you have a very good coach. But he coached the U.S. Olympic team in 1984, won the gold medal. He won 3 NCAA titles at a place called the University of Indiana. He was put in the Hall of Fame in 1991. Bobby Knight was the last coach to have an undefeated season. And I asked Bobby, I just asked him, I said, you know, why is that? How come you'd think with all, you know, you have some of these teams, they're great, the guys leave as freshmen, they go, they play in the NBA, and they're great. Why? I said, no. You play so many games, you know, 30, 32 games, you go in the playoffs. He said, if one guy has a little bit of a cold hand, you lose a game. Or if one guy has a hot hand for a good team, you can lose the game. You know, you play a lot of games. Because that surprised me. The last coach to have an undefeated team. And by the way, I told Bobby, if you want Bobby, this has nothing to do with politics, but it's interesting because I think most of you people like sports and most of you people, you're Indiana, you like basketball. I said, if you want, you can tell the Larry Bird story because it's a great story. I like Larry Bird. I don't know if he likes me, but I don't really care. I think Larry Bird was a great basketball player. Didn't he agree? I think he was. But listen to this. Bobby Knight won 902 games. He's 3rd all time. This guy, and I'll tell you, he could have gone years longer. He could have gone years longer. He is a tremendous guy. But he was with me before I started. You understand? He was with me literally right from the beginning. And I'd like to ask the great Bobby Knight to come up. Thank you.
Indiana because we won a hell of a lot of games with Indiana. You know, there was a great president many years ago, Harry Truman. The American public got a little thing to let him know how much they appreciated it. It was something called, like, give him hell, Harry. Give him hell, Harry. And I'd like you to join with me in saying something. No, he's already given him hell. I want to join me in saying something else. Just like they said it to Harry Truman, who was a great president, and so is he. And what I want you to say is very simply this: go get 'em, Donald!